Hi everyone, so for this week's video, I decided to make a study with me video for when I was studying for my multivar test and just studying for bio in general. So I know that combination is a little random, and also in the middle of the video, the camera angle changes because I was working on my multivar review on a different day than when I was making the note card. So just don't be surprised when that happens, so like the light also changes. I guess it's not the smoothest transition, but we're just gonna roll with it, okay? Anyway, so as I was saying, I'm studying for my multivar test, which I'm actually really nervous for. This is the first test of the year, and honestly, I don't really know what's going on in that class. So currently, I am preparing to make my note card, which is something that we are allowed to have on our tests because there are a lot of formulas involved with multivariable calculus. I'm not really sure why I was planning my note card on a sticky note. I guess I just didn't want to mess up, but yeah, so I'm just working on some, and then now I decide to actually start writing on the note card, and I'm actually using a really tiny pen. It's a 0.3 Pentel Energel ink refill inside a Muji body because I like the Muji body, like pen body, better than the Pentel Energel one, which actually looks like kind of ugly, honestly. I'm so sorry. I love Pentel, but anyways, this isn't about that. And so I'm making my note card and I'm just copying the formulas down really tiny, and honestly, when I finished the note card, it was a little hard to read for myself. And as I'm recording this, because this is a few days later, I've already taken the test, and honestly, like I'm pretty happy with what I got. So like, because when I was studying for this test, I was actually just so lost because there were too many formulas and I didn't know how to apply them, and I was like working on some of the textbook problems, and the textbook problems were frustrating me because I had no idea how to do most of them. And yeah, some other things that I'm currently working on other than multivar and bio is my college applications, and there's like, sorry, that transition was a little not that smooth, but anyways, so I've been working on my essays a lot with the because I'm taking a class or like an individual like consultation kind of thing, and yeah, and that takes up a lot of my time, but that actually is helping me a lot because I'm not that great at writing. And yeah, so I would like to say my essays are like in okay shape. There's still a lot of editing to do before I can actually like turn it into the actual application process. But so far, like from what I've written, I actually really enjoy it. And also, if anyone wants me to like make kind of a vlog about where I am in the college application process or like anything else, then just leave it in the comments below, I guess. Anyways, I am still making my note card and making my handwriting so tiny that I'm not really sure how I wrote it or how I could have how I could have seen it when I was taking that test. When I was studying for the test, actually I had some footage of me doing this extra credit assignment where I prove this. I prove like, I don't remember if it was a theorem or what it was, but I had to prove like a formula just based off of something that was on our notes in class. But I cut that from the video because I was struggling so much with it. Like for the entirety of that segment of the video, I just wrote nothing. I was just looking at the paper and just thinking like, oh my god, how am I supposed to prove this thing? But I did eventually figure it out, and it took me like an hour. It probably shouldn't have taken me an hour, but I don't know. Yeah, anyways, back to the note card. I'm currently working on the dot product notes in my notebook. Because there are a lot of formulas like direction angles. I really can't talk today. I'm running on like 4.5 hours of sleep right now. So direction cosines and different types of projections, because those are actually really important in this part of the unit. Yeah, and now I'm just moving on to cross product, which actually I messed up on a quiz or I just messed up before in general because I thought that a plus sign was supposed to be a minus sign, and then that just messed up my whole like process. And I guess I found out the hard way when like I realized that it was a plus sign, and honestly I was about to cry, but it's okay. It's all good now. I have it right now, and it's honestly so much easier than just like memorizing the formula, like when you're understanding what it's actually saying. Anyways, so cross product. There are a lot of formulas involved with that. Well, I mean, not formulas, they're just like different properties of the cross product that honestly, if they just showed up on the test, I would have not known what they were talking about. Something that I forgot that was going to be on the test were true or false questions, and I mean, I kind of messed up on that on the actual test because I didn't know how to prove one of the things, and also one of the other things I just didn't get it right because like I don't know how to true or false. True or false is actually so hard because you have to come up with like counter examples, and I'm not really good at doing that because like that's outside of my brain power. Anyways, I'm just still copying down some more formulas and probably being really stressed. I don't really remember what my state of mind was when I made this video. But yeah, I think like about this time was when that grace period of like no tests, no quizzes ended, because I took that multivar test, and I also have I want to say 2 tests and a couple of quizzes next week, and I am really scared because my first bio test is next Monday. And to be honest, I mean, okay, I've been studying the whole unit that we were learning the stuff, but I haven't really started reviewing that stuff yet, so I'm not really sure what I remember from, I don't know, say the first week of school or something. Yeah, so I'm a little scared because there's a lot of information. I'm scared that I'm not gonna remember all of it because my brain is not really good at doing that stuff. Anyways, now I'm moving on to the bio notes. I kind of gave up on the note card. I mean, I didn't give up on the note card. I came back to it after I finished filming the video, and I finished up with all the formulas I had left, and now I'm just taking some bio notes in my notebook. Speaking of which, I had to like predict the number of pages that this chapter was going to be, so I left I think I left 4 pages for the notes in total, because I had to start another chapter, and I was just like, oh, okay. So I tried to predict it, but then I was off by a whole page. So now I just have like 3 pages of notes and 1 blank, and then the next side there's more notes. So I don't really know what to do with that page. I guess maybe I'll like end up putting a kind of like a, what's that called again? A mind map for review of that specific chapter, or I don't know. So for me, when I'm reviewing for a test, especially for like science, I like making a mind map of the big chapter and then all the concepts that are branching off of it, because I feel like that helps me relate the different things of the most. So I'll come back to this later because I'll probably make a video on it, seeing that the test is next Monday. And yeah, another test that I have coming up is my first AP Gov test. So right now it's just a bunch of first tests for the first unit that we've learned in all my classes. And honestly, my teacher was like, oh, even like the smartest people don't do that well sometimes. And I'm just like, well, I'm not good at Gov, so I guess I'll be taking that L. But I'm hoping to study Gov in the same way I study for Bio. I'm not really sure how. I guess like because I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm probably just gonna have the middle of the page be the chapter, and then have all the concepts that we have branching off of the center topic, I guess. I don't really know. But yeah. Right. Okay. So the notes I'm taking, going back on what the actual video is showing, I'm taking notes on parts of a cell, and there are too many parts for my brain to comprehend them, and I really worry just not remembering all of it. yeah, I guess I'll just stay quiet for a little while because I don't really know what to say for this part anymore. Oh, and also if any of you guys have any suggestions for future video ideas, just please leave them down in the comments below because I need ideas. I am planning on making another plan with me for my next week's spread, and also another study with me for my bio and my gov tests. And yeah. Oh, okay, going back on the video because I kind of like looked away from the screen a little while I was talking. I'm doing some multivar review problems. It's a review packet that my teacher gave us, and at first, like on the first couple of problems, like the ones I'm doing right now, I was like, oh, this isn't that bad, and then like I hit the third problem or something, and then I was like, oh, I don't know what this is saying. Now I'm just pulling out my calculator just to do some math, I guess. I don't really know how to do, like, I don't really know how to, I know how the concepts work, like all the formulas and I just don't really know how or when to apply some of the things. So, for example, if they gave me a word problem, I would be really, really confused as to which one should be which, especially if it's something that's like, oh, this parallelogram starts at vector, that's wrong, I think, no, it starts at, have these points as vertices, what is the area, or something like that. And so like it's just like those kind of applications I struggle with a little bit, but after practicing it on this study guide review sheet thingy, it really, I guess it helped me apply it more because I got to see some of like maybe like the questions that could the form of the questions that could appear on the test, and the review sheet was actually pretty similar to what the test actually was, so that was good. I just remember like last year, the first test I took for BC Calculus, it was okay. Actually, thinking back to it, I didn't think it was hard per se. It's just that I was not used to the type of problems that would show up, and that first test in BC is notorious for being like the test that everyone fails. Like the teachers are saying, oh, everyone fails this test, and I mean, I got like a 75 or something, and you know what? I'm happy with that. This is the level I'm at right now. This is the level of stress that I'm at right now. But anyways, I actually really liked BC after because it really helped me apply stuff into physics. I could do problems a lot faster than what the teacher was teaching, which, by the way, like I have that man, I don't know what he's saying half the time. Like, honestly, I think he just comes up with his lesson plans on the spot because we did some kind of like 3D vector measuring thing that we've never done before, like learned before in class, and then he was just like, oh, do this lab, and then we're like, okay, but we ended up figuring it out. It wasn't that difficult. It was just like you have to use the Pythagorean theorem multiple times or find the magnitude of the vector or whatever. Anyways, this video is reaching to an end, and I guess it's a little long, so maybe next video I'll make it a little shorter, because like I'm not really used to commentating, and that like not that big block, but that moment of silence in the middle of the video was just like when I just couldn't really think of what to say anymore. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I wish you guys good luck for any of the tests or projects that you're working on, and yeah.